Hi everyone, I have a mini album share for you guys today. What I did was a while back, this was actually for National Scrapbooking Day at scrapbook.com. This was my project that I did for the week-long challenge. So I had a week to make a mini album and this is what I came up with. And what I did was I went back to an old Scarlet Lime kit, the November 2010 kit, which had all of this really pretty paper. I'm just going to quickly flip through so you can see the papers on this. They're just really gorgeous, gorgeous paper. I love this kit. And so I was looking for something, a project to do. What am I trying to say here? I wanted to use all this paper. I thought it just looked so nice together. I didn't want to break up the kit at all. I had a hard time using it, so it just kind of sat in the box. But when I had this challenge to do a mini album about myself, I decided that that would be the perfect time to use that November kit, because then I could use all those beautiful papers all together. So the challenge was to do a mini album about myself, and I hadn't done a mini album for a really long time, and I wanted to do this mini album using this kit, but I didn't want to do any of the edging, like the edge work that needs to be done for a chipboard mini album. I usually sand and like I file the edges and ink them and everything, and that's just a lot of work for a mini album that I had a deadline for. So what I decided to do was to cut my chipboard so that it was 6 by 6, and then cut my paper so that instead of going right to the edge, that it would have this nice little black border. And you can do that with black chipboard because it's nice on the edge. The white chipboard or the grayish chipboard isn't so nice, but because the black looks nice all by itself, that's what I decided to do. So the cover uses almost all things from the kit. So this is some American Crafts organza flower ribbon stuff, which I really, really loved. So I got to use that on the sides. And then these weren't in the kit. These are just white Prima flowers that I inked with some Adirondack color washes and put a little brad in it. And I just decorated with some brads and buttons and stuff. And I put a week in the life spelled out, and these are little Jenny Bolin, I believe they're Jenny Bolin, banner stickers that came in the kit, and then these were from my own stash. And then this, I think this came from the kit too, or from another Scarlet Lime kit. These are just definitely from Scarlet Lime, but these are thickers. And then this was from a bunch of chipboard that was in, not chipboard, cardstock items that I just pop dotted. And popped it on there, and then I just tied a button with some twine and just kind of, and I really love the look of these little Martha Stewart punch butterflies on a button, and so especially on a button of the same color, so I popped one of those on there, and that's just, and then on every single page, I think I already showed you some of the papers and how pretty they are. Almost every single page I ended up glimmer misting, and I'm not sure if you can catch the glimmer the way my lights are today, but it's just, I just glimmer misted it with this pearl, which basically is clear with a silvery white shimmer in it, so it doesn't change the color of the paper at all, and you don't get a splattery look or a misty look at all. It just gives shimmer to the paper without adding any other color or element at all. So really like that. And then when I bound it, I knew that it would be a really chunky book, and so my idea was that if I bound it with bind it all instead of with binder rings, that it would have this ability to kind of stand on its own on a table someplace and not need to have it on a, like in a basket or on a little stand or anything. So I really like how that turned out. So there's the cover. And then on this page, I used my Nestabilities to cut out, this was some patterned paper that came in the kit, and then this is just some black cardstock. And then this was another one of those. It's from the Lost and Found collection, but I can't remember the company for the life of me. Yeah, it might come to me. If it does, I'll put it in the info. But yeah, where it came in a kit, and I throw away the packages, I forget what anything is. So sorry, I won't know the names of much stuff on this mini album. But And this came from that same line as this, the Lost and Found line. And then I just put stickles around this to make it match with this, because this already had the glitter on it, so I just wanted to tie it in a little bit. And then I just inked up a tag. This is just a standard shipping tag. I think I cut it a little bit shorter, and this is a Tim Holtz background stamp of some sort, and that's a picture of our house. And then these are just, I drew some crooked lines and journaled on it. It says last year we put in our lawn, and this year we're hoping to finish the lattice skirting and paint the doors. We also plan to build a treehouse in the backwoods. Always lots to do. So I just, when I glued this down, I just glued it on the 3 sides so that would be a little pocket for a little tag. And so my idea for this mini album would be that it would go through the days of the week and then some. So it would be kind of like a typical week in our life, and some of the things that are tied to the specific days of the week, and then some other things like just we're always doing home projects. So this isn't a particular day of the week, but it's something that's a part of our regular weekly life, is doing projects around the house. So this is Sunday, and Sundays at our house are pizza nights, and sometimes we have pizza with another family in our neighborhood, and sometimes it's just us. And so I have a picture of one of the pizzas here, and I just put some of this trim that was in the kit, and I glimmer misted the background paper just to make it look a little bit grungier. This was something from my stash. It's just a journaling spot that I put a title on. These are basic gray from the Lime Ricky collection, I believe, basic gray letters that just came with the collection. And then these are 7 Gypsies tags, little ephemera tags of some sort. This is a flower from my stash. I'm not sure that it's a Prima. It might be a dollar store flower, actually, with a little brad in the middle. And when I'm doing mini albums, the brad doesn't go through on the other side. It's just, I just cut off the little tag parts of the brad and hot glue it on. And then these are some basic gray borders, and this is a rub-on. This is from the Mariposa rub-ons from K & Company, and I use those rub-ons all through this whole book, and I love how they turn out. They have a bit of dimension to them, and I'm not sure that you're going to be able to see the dimension, but some of them have glitter in them, and they all have like little bumps on them. They're really cool. So that's the second page. This is the next pages, which are a real challenge for me because I don't do a whole lot of flowers, and I don't really know how to arrange flowers, but I tried my best, and this is what I came up with. Another cardstock element from that line of Lost and Found, and I used some of my own bling here. I used all the same stamps from I think they're Fancy Pants stamps from a calendar set for the days of the week, and this one I just matted on black and put it on a little tag. That's a Tim Holtz, forget what those are called. And I've got some Tim Holtz gears on here, and just gave me a chance to use some stuff that was in my stash that I don't usually get a chance to use because I really don't do many flowery things, and I also don't do a lot of grungy things. So this was kind of like a grungy flowery page, so it was a bit different for me. I like how it turned out though, it's okay. And then just on the other side of this page, so this kind of both sides is about Monday, and Monday for me is a to-do day. It's kind of like errands and stuff that I do. So I put all these little pockets on here. I was gonna do like a fold-out accordion pocket thing. That's what I bought these pockets for. And Christina from Creations with Christina had one in one of her minis, but I didn't want it to take up that much space, so I fanned them out instead, and I just matted each one with some pattern paper. And then each tag has a different thing that I do on the Mondays. So it says here, this is my wonky crazy writing that I learned to do from a technique website a long time ago. It says Monday is chore day, errand day, post office day, paperwork day, but most of all me day. So that's what it says there. I tried to do a different kind of journaling on the back of each one, and then I just matted and put a picture. So that's my iPad and my iPhone, which are essential errand props for me. And then a picture of laundry. And this says, laundry, the never-ending chore, load washer, unload washer, load dryer, reload washer, unload dryer, unload washer, reload washer, ... So I hate laundry. It's one of the worst things that I can do. I always try to trick my husband into doing it. And then these are some stories, because on Mondays I volunteer at my daughter's school reading. So on Monday morning I volunteer in Livy's classroom. I take groups of kids into the hall where they read to me. So much fun. So much fun. And then the last one is a picture of Olivia in her Sparks outfit. And this one I did kind of swirly spiral journaling. It says, on Monday nights, Livy has Sparks. She wears her uniform and Daddy drives her. Sophie and I have special time. So that's that one. So there we go. And each of those tags was just glimmer misted on the background with a variety of different colors just to make them splotchy looking. And I did the same on these envelopes. So that's that page. And now this is Tuesday and Wednesday. Tuesday and Wednesday are work days for me, so I work really long days and I don't get to do much other than work on those 2 days. And so this is just, I work in a historic part of town that actually has quite a lot of historical significance for our city. Because it was completely destroyed in the Halifax explosion, and then it was rebuilt as kind of a huge community effort, including our neighbors to the south. People in Boston really helped out during the Halifax explosion, and after the Halifax explosion they sent a lot of support and aid, and they sent doctors and nurses and people to help rebuild the north end of Halifax. And so what they've done is this area has now become a really trendy part of town, and so I work up there. But so anyways, I just really love this building because of the historical significance. And there's actually a little monument across the street right around here if the picture was bigger. And so I really wanted to include that picture. And then I have some journaling here that says, on Tuesday, Wednesday, I work 2 back-to-back 12-hour shifts. They're actually 14-hour shifts now. So it's mostly work and coffee for me. And it says here, I got this little sticker from my stash that says, we'll work for chocolate. I don't work for chocolate, but I probably would. I wouldn't get much scrapbooking done if I worked for chocolate, though. Just my 2 cents for what it's worth, because I give my 2 cents as part of my job. It's more than just my 2 cents, but and then this is one of those really pretty basic gray rub-ons with the bling that goes along with it. It's the first time I've used that, and I love them. They're so pretty. I definitely want to get some more. My Tuesday Wednesday stamp, and then this is a handmade embellishment that I made from a coffee sleeve using the old Starbucks coffee logo. I wish I'd kept more of these coffee sleeves before they changed their logo, because this logo fits perfectly in one of the Marvy punches. I can't remember which one, if it's the pink one or the blue one, but it fits perfectly. And then I just put a Nestability scallop circle behind it, and I think it makes such a cute little embellishment. And then I just mounted the whole thing on the corrugated cardboard backside of the coffee sleeve. And then I just put, this is the coffee that I drink these days, the Grande Non-Fat Peppermint Latte. And there's a picture of it. And this paper is just kind of torn. I just kind of glued this one down and then glued that one down over it and tore it off. And then I painted or did something on the edge there. This one is another one that's a real departure for me. It's very fancy. I'm not very fancy in my scrapbooking usually. I love how this one turned out. Love those sparkly purple letters. These are thickers, of course. And then these are the letters from the Olivia collection from Basic Gray. And I just outlined them with black pen so that they'd pop out a little bit. And then I got to use some of these swirls, which I have a few of these in my stash, but I never use them. So it was just so much fun. And I had one of those big splays of flowers, not big, but a little, like it was long, and I cut it into little smaller pieces and just kind of glued it in place. And then I got to use this flower and this is just a layer of 1, 2, 3 Prima flowers that I had in my stash. I have a lot of flowers in my stash even though I don't use them much, so this was really fun. I really like this page. And then I got to I rarely use lace, and I used lace and I layered 2 different kinds of ribbon and these are some flat back pearls from Kaiser Craft. And then so this is the contents of my purse, and that's what my purse looks like these days. I of course change purses a lot, but and then these are the contents of my purse. I always wanted to scrap the contents of my purse. So it shows my lipstick, my iPhone, my iPad, my little kangaroo thing. This is a really cool, it allows you to keep all of your stuff in there so that if you change purses, you just grab that and all your stuff is in it. There's a place for your cell phone and all your credit cards and stuff, as well as your sunglasses and kind of everything. It's a little pouch, so it's kind of cool. Of course, I had like doggy bags and everything, doggy poop bags in my purse. How embarrassing. But anyways, I wanted to keep it real, so I even put the non-fancy stuff in the picture. So, Thursdays are Glitzy Chicks days, so that's the day that my friend Sherry and I, we make Glitzy Chicks flowers. She's got one in her hair there, and I've got one in my hair. So we make our fabric flowers, and this is another one of those rub-ons by from the Mariposa collection, and I just put it onto vanilla paper and cut it out. And then this is my little, me and my big eye, no, this is my little shoebox, I can't remember. One of those little something companies with little in the title. Yeah, and so what else do I want to say about this? This is our business card with another little Mariposa rub-on butterfly. This is one of our flowers, but it's actually one of our crappier flowers. It's not a very nice one, but the colors kind of match. I don't like the center. I think I'll take off that center and put a nicer center on it. But anyways, that's just an example of, and I put that on a Prima packaging that I cut and bound into the album. And yeah, so I just wanted to include one of our glitzy blooms. And then on the back, live, love, and enjoy life always, which is a good motto to live by. And then this one I wanted to have Friday is kind of, I work part of Friday, but it's not a very long day. It's only about between 6 and 8 hours. So that's another one of those rub-ons. So if I'm going to do some reading, it'll usually be on Friday. So I have my Kindle, which is on, I use the Kindle app on the iPad. I don't have a Kindle. So, and then sometimes I'll actually read an old-fashioned book, a paper book. Imagine that. And so this is just a library tag, a library card and pocket that came with the kit. It says, lately I've been reading lots of young adult lit, Canadian lit, and nonfiction. So that's my thing lately, because I have a lot of clients who are teenagers, as I've been working with teenagers for a number of years now. So I like to know what they're reading. So it says, most recently I read the Hunger Games series. I liked it much better than Twilight, which I had trouble finishing. Hunger Games has much stronger characters and was full of action. Most importantly, the love triangle was a minor part of the story. So, and then here's the last 2 pages. It says, did that work? Oh, it did. Awesome. Okay, so this one says, we heart TV, because TV is a big part of our family, and I love TV, so I can't do a mini album about me without having TV in it. So that's done with thickers, We Heart TV, the title. And I just made this fold-out little part of the page. It has all my favorite TV shows on it. I love this. Of course, Jeff Probst from Survivor, and then all the Glee people. Love Glee. I just printed these pictures up from the internet. Mad Men, we've been watching a lot of that lately. This is Wii Sports Resort, which we got recently, so I wanted to put that on there. And this is a picture of my youngest daughter watching TV on my husband's computer in his office. So that was that. And then this is just a little, I believe this is a Tattered Angels pocket. Put a little rub-on from that same collection, and this is a little tag with some of my favorite lyrics from a Dave Matthews song. So just put that up there for you. So I try to do stuff in my own handwriting, even though I don't like my own handwriting. And then this is Saturday, so most of all, I love spending time with my family, it says. And that's the Saturday, and that's a Kaiser Craft journaling spot. And these are flowers that I punched out of book paper, And then I just put little red bling for flower centers. Pretty simple last page. And I just cut a piece of paper with my scallop punch and put it behind there. So, and then the back cover is just plain. I love that paper so much. I didn't want to cover it up. So that's my mini album. Thanks for watching, everybody.